Your eyes are a thorn in my heart. They hurt me, and I adore them. And I protect them from the wind, and I sheath them behind the night, and the pains I sheath them. So their wound lights the lamps and makes my present become its tomorrow, more precious to me than my own soul. And I forget, after a while, when eye meets eye, that once behind the door we were two. Your words were a song, and I tried to chant it, but misery surrounded the spring-like lip. Your words, like the swallow, flew from my house, so the door of our home migrated, and our autumn threshold behind you, wherever longing wished, and our mirrors shattered. So sorrow became 2,000 sorrows, and we gathered the shards of the voice. We mastered nothing but the elegy of the homeland. We will plant it together in the chest of a guitar, and upon the surfaces of our catastrophe we will know it for distorted moons and stones. But I forgot. I forgot. Oh, unknown voice. Was it your departure that rusted the guitar, or my silence? I saw you yesterday at the port, traveling with no family, no provisions. I ran to you like orphans, asking the wisdom of the ancestors. Why is the green orchard pulled to a prison, to an exile, to a port? And despite its journey, and despite the smell of salt and longing, it always remains green. And I write in my notebook, I love oranges and I hate the port, and I add in my notebook, at the port I stood, and the world was winter eyes, and the orange peel was ours, and behind me was the desert. I saw you in the thorny mountains, a shepherdess with no sheep, chaste and among the ruins. And you were my garden, and I the stranger of the house. I knock on the door, oh my heart upon my heart. The door, the window, the cement and the stones all bite. I saw you in the jars of water and wheat, broken. I saw you in the night cafes as a servant. I saw you in the ray of tears and wounds, and you are the other lung in my chest. You are the voice on my lips, and you are water, you are fire. I saw you at the cave's entrance by the fire, your orphan's clothes hanging on the clothesline. I saw you in the hearts and the streets and the barns and the blood of the sun. I saw you in the songs of orphanhood and misery. I saw you filling the salt of the sea and the sand. And you were beautiful like the earth, like children, like jasmine. And I swear, from the eyelashes of my eyes I will sew a handkerchief and engrave upon it poetry for your eyes, and a name. When I water it with a heart melted into recitation, it will extend the vines of the grove. I will write a sentence more precious than martyrs and kisses. She was Palestinian, and still is. I opened the door and window in the night of storms, upon a moon hardened in our nights. And I said to my night, turn beyond the night and the wall. I have a promise with words and light, and you are my virgin garden. As long as our songs are swords when we draw them, and you are faithful like wheat. As long as our songs are fertilizer when we plant them, and you are like a palm in memory, never broken by a storm or a woodcutter, and never have the beasts of the wilderness cut your braids. But I am the one exiled behind the wall and the door. Take me beneath your eyes, take me wherever you are, take me however you are. Return to me the color of face and body, and the light of heart and eye, in the salt of bread and melody, and the taste of earth and homeland. Take me beneath your eyes, take me as an oil painting in a hut of sorrows. Take me as a verse from the book of my tragedy. Take me as a toy, a stone from the house, so that our coming generation remembers its paths back to the house. Palestinian of the eyes and the tattoo, Palestinian of the name, Palestinian of dreams and worry, Palestinian of the handkerchief, the feet and the Palestinian of words and silence, Palestinian of the voice, Palestinian of birth and death. I carried you in my old notebooks, the fire of my poems. I carried you as the provisions of my travels, and in your name I cried in the valleys. The Roman horses, I know them, even if the battlefield changes. Beware of the lightning, my song struck upon the flint. I am the beauty of youth, the night of nights. I am the breaker of idols, the borders of the Levant. I planned with poems that release the eagles, and in your name I cry to the enemies. Eat all my flesh if I sleep, O worms, for the egg of ants does not hatch eagles, and the egg of the serpent shall hide a snake. The Roman horses, I know them, and before them I know that I am the beauty of youth, the night of nights. Death takes upon your body the shape of forgiveness, and I wish I could die. Inside pleasure, oh my apple, oh my broken woman, and I wish I could die. Outside the world, in a vanishing whirlwind. She whom I love has two faces, a face outside the universe, and a face inside ancient Sodom, and I, between them, search for the face of truth. The silence of your eyes calls me to a knife of ecstasy, and I, at the beginning of life, saw silence and death drinking coffee, and I knew the sickness and the harbor, but you are sweet. And now I spread upon your body like wheat, like the reasons for my staying and my departure. And I know that the earth is my mother, and upon your body my desire will pass soon. And I know that love is one thing, and what gathers us tonight is another. And both of us are unbelievers in the impossible, and both of us desire a distant body, and both of us kill the other behind the window. She whom my body desires is beautiful, like the meeting of dream and wakefulness, like the sun going to the sea in the dress of an orange. She whom my body desires is beautiful, like the meeting of today and yesterday, like the sun to which the sea comes from beneath the veil. We said nothing about love that grows more dead. We said nothing, but we die now. Music and silence, and why? Both of us are withered like memories now. Neither asks, who are you? Nor, from where did you come? And both of us were hidden, and the days grow used to finding the living dead. Where are my flowers? I want the house now to fill with lilies. Where are my poems? I want now the music of knives that kill, so that a lover may be born. And I want now to forget you, so that death may draw a little farther away. Beware of the death that does not resemble the death that surprised my mother. She whom my body desires has two faces, a face outside the universe, and a face inside ancient Sodom. And I, between them, search for the face of truth.
As grass grows between the joints of a rock, we found ourselves strangers one day. And the spring sky was composing a star and a star. And I was composing a paragraph of love for your eyes. I sang it. Do your eyes know that I waited long as a bird waits for summer? And I slept, like the sleep of a migrant, for one eye sleeps so the other may wake long and weep for its sister. We are lovers until the moon sleeps, and we know that embraces and kisses are the food of nights of passion, and that morning calls my steps to continue on the road of a new day. We are friends, so you will see beside me a hand in a hand. Together we make bread and songs. Why do we question this road? To what destiny does it carry us? And from where did it gather our footsteps? It is enough for me and enough for you that we walk together forever. Why do we search for songs of weeping in an old book of poetry and ask, oh, our love, will you last? I love you with the love of caravans for an oasis of grass and water, and the love of the poor for bread. As grass grows between the joints of a rock, we found ourselves strangers one day, and we remain tender forever.